publication of the anti-Khomeini article provided that moment. The army was called in to crush the protests. Dozens were killed. 40 days later, the demonstrations continued. On the 8th of September 1978, martial law was announced in Tehran and 11 other cities. On the same day, hundreds of demonstrators took to the streets in South Tehran. The army moved in and opened fire on the protesters. Jaleh Square became a bloodbath. The official death toll was 58, but rumors took hold that the army had massacred thousands of people there. September the 8th became known as Black Friday.
This mosque was the scene of one of the worst riots in Tehran in the past few days, as 100 or so demonstrators spilled out of it and came up against the security forces. During the trouble, I saw the police beating passers-by indiscriminately with their sticks, but otherwise only tear gas was used, and it seemed clear that the police were under orders to disperse the demonstrators, but not to shoot at them or to injure them seriously. The notorious secret police force SAVAK is no longer in charge of riot control, and the Shah's aim seems to be to contain the trouble in the streets rather than smash it violently.
The switch in tactics was the first of many. As the pressure mounted on the Shah, he began to offer concessions. As the momentum behind him began to grow, Ayatollah Khomeini's team in Paris started to coordinate the strikes and anti-Shah demonstrations across Iran. The emphasis and popular resistance was what he was beginning to achieve. After the killings in Jaleh Square, the army had stopped shooting demonstrators, but on the 4th of November, soldiers once again opened fire, this time on students at Tehran University. Dozens were reported. By December, when millions of devout Iranians turned out for the annual Ashura, the anniversary of the death of Imam Hussein, the event turned into a pro-Khomeini demonstration of epic proportion.
This, then, is what the military government claims to be the minority voice of dissent in Iran today. This, no doubt, is what they'll later claim also to be a purely religious demonstration. But there's no mistaking what this, in fact, really is. It's a massive voice of protest against the rule of the Shah.
وقتی که فیلم ویدیوی تظاهرات عاشورا تاسوعا آمد، آقای خمینی برای اولین بار این رو به طور عینی لمس کرد که چه جایگاهی در انقلاب داره و جامعه داره کجا میره.
On January the 16th, the Shah accepted the inevitable and announced that he was leaving Iran for a holiday. Fighting, the old regime was swept away. 2,500 years of Persian monarchy had come to an end, and overnight, Khomeini's revolutionaries took charge of the ministries, the army, and the media. In the mayhem that followed, anyone associated